Time to start paying.
Starting.
We're starting?
Hey, everybody, this is Samproof. What's going on? It is Monday, a glorious Monday, and I am here with my friends Stimson, Snead, and Alex Wolfe, who my arm is cut off. Oh, my God! You might remember from such videos as Weed Ball on the Samproof YouTube channel, sketch comedy. You guys are doing a new a sketch comedy podcast.
Yes, we are.
You are.
We are?
Yes,
Yes, you are.
Yes,
It's
we are
sketch
doing. That is
comedy
something we are
and a
doing.
podcast. It's all of those things you
Yes.
said.
Yes.
Well, I
yes.
use the term comedy loosely and podcast.
It is definitely a podcast. Whether or not it's also comedy, I think is subjective.
The real question is, who has iPods? Because it does it really count as a podcast if you don't like have a
If you
iPod?
start,
Why do you have
if
to
you
monitor
start
it?
questioning
Have
it
a
now, it's a
podcast.
slippery slope.
I mean, like, okay,
I-
like everybody's got these things.
Right.
They're devices, which will apparently also work as like
It's a
Cameras,
it's a phone.
as cameras.
Camera phone.
No, mine doesn't. Mine doesn't telephone.
No,
You can download an app for that.
I've tried calling him on it. It doesn't work at all. It's useless.
I tried calling. It just ended up like making an actual physical letter and sending it through the mail.
Yeah.
So
Well, the
I'm
pro-
not sure
I bet
that
there's
it
an app for that.
works.
That would be great.
Well, the problem
There's
is we
gotta
were
be an
trying
app
to
for
send
mail.
a pic, and it was
Yeah.
it was meant to be like a butt photo, but instead
Nope.
what came out?
Nope.
Sorry.
That's our show.
Okay.
Um,
Oh, right. Yes, you specifically said. Oh, right. So you specifically said that because your mother will
I'm
be
outta
watching
here.
this is going to be butt-free
This is
comedy.
me leaving.
This
So, yeah.
puts us in an awkward spot because 90% of what we do is butt-related. So I just
I
want to say you're really limiting what we have to work with here.
Based on the two sketches I've listened to,
There was a lot of butt.
well, it's not
The
just
one
butts.
was- one
There's
was
also
foot
like
related.
howevers
All
and
right.
nonethelesses
and a lot of
all
poop
those
jokes.
sorts
We
of
got those
things.
too. I mean, you know,
Butts,
just
yeah.
to balance it out.
I mean, we also
All right.
have
the
and is a big part.
It.
It.
Yes.
That doesn't serve the same like grammatical purpose as but.
Well, when you say
Come on.
and, it's a little squiggly. Just to be clear, because for our logo, it's squiggly and, not word and.
That's called an ampersand. That is what and is short
That's
for.
not a word.
Yes, it is. And is short for ampersand. God.
I feel like we're
do you like
being-
the interrobang, or is that not your thing?
That those I know that's in English, but it means nothing to me.
It's a exclamation point with a question mark.
Interrobang? What?
And they connect at the dot.
It
What?
sounds dirty.
I like that, and I must have it on my keyboard.
Right? Which is
I know.
That was it right
Is
there.
it on your keyboard? Is it?
No, you have to
What?
get your own image of it.
Ah.
All right, let's get down to it. It is called the SNA podcast.
Or show.
Or show. Is it show? Is it
Show.
show?
Yeah, I think
Is that in the
It's
title?
the SNA show.
The SNA show podcast.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, my bad.
It is a podcast.
Let's just throw all this
That in
out and
first
we'll start
format.
again. I'm sorry, I'll delete all these files.
Okay, okay.
My bad. Yeah, so how did this come about?
He and I riff.
For real question.
No, I don't like that. There were magical fairies, and they came down, and they put a curse upon Stimson. They said, Stimson, if you do not create a comedy podcast with the most talented man you know,
Well, I was
Which
Then
is
we
why
will
I reached out to
steal your
Sam
soul.
originally.
I was busy.
I
yeah.
reached out to Sam
Had my own
originally for that
podcast.
very reason.
Yeah.
I know. So I was like fourth down the line because everyone was so much.
More
Better.
famous or successful, or in one case dead,
Yeah.
which was
Yeah.
poor Steve.
But anyway,
Poor
the
Steve.
point was the magic fairies. They put a curse on him, and so if he doesn't make a podcast, not only will they steal his soul, they're also gonna take $1 out of his bank account every week until he dies.
But here's the best part.
That'll make
the
him
soul is
bankrupt in a
already
week.
gone. That's what they don't know. The soul is already gone. We do crap like this all the time, just for shits and giggles to
Yeah.
amuse ourselves. And I don't mean like just in private. This is walking down the street in public
Right.
places. It weirds people out. It's not a healthy habit. And we got too used to people going, "Wow, where did you hear that joke?
Did you steal that from a movie of some sort?
What comedian did you hear that from?
You couldn't have possibly made that up yourself because you're clever or not an idiot.
What drugs are you on?"
I mean, granted,
Oh, yeah, I get
I
that
can
one.
be an
Yeah.
idiot and
Yeah.
clever at the same time. I mean, not in the British sense of clever, but
No.
You know what I'm saying.
In the American sense of clever, where not making a poop joke.
Yeah,
With
I mean-
like a U in it.
Yeah,
so
yeah.
Everything in.
Yeah.
Pretty much any joke that isn't
Humor.
fart-related
Right.
qualifies as clever
Mm.
in our culture.
Yeah. But anyway, point I'm getting at is
There's a point?
yes, there's always
Oh.
a point.
Was that a
Okay.
question?
Sometimes it's a stupid point.
Okay.
Point is, we would be funny, and people kept saying, "Where'd you get that from?" Or "You should be comedians." And so we did.
Yeah. Basically, we've succumbed to peer pressure.
All
That's
right.
what it really is. We've succumbed to peer pressure.
We did things that people they come and say like, "You guys, your humor and funnies." So do thing, and I was like,
You know a lot of like
all right.
He's an articulate one, can't you tell?
immigrants you're hanging out with a lot. Never mind.
So-
that's not good.
No, it's
Not
just,
a funny joke.
I mean,
then
like
we decide-
sometimes I like and then like I'm on, camera and
Pause.
so many like there's
Breathe.
probably
Breathe.
dozens of people watching.
Yeah.
And
All
I mean,
four of them, maybe.
I can't take it.
So far.
Um,
I would like to real quick thank Stimson for stepping up with his iPhone 6 Plus,
to
Plus.
which as our second camera, which is why you're getting these awesome yellow boxes to tell you where they are.
yeah.
Here you see me. No, you don't. No, you don't. It's gone.
And to any of
Oh.
our fans listening right now,
Good.
wondering why I'm not tweeting, that would be because
That's
my
his
phone
phone,
is
it's
the
a camera.
camera. So I'm having to rely on him to tweet.
I can
So
tweet right
it's
now.
awful, and I'm sure, and I
I
apologize.
mean, I could
for
do
You
that
that.
can
too if
guys
you want to
literally
interview yourself. And,
Watch me live.
I
tweet.
am known for being in love with the sound of my own voice, so I am okay
I got
with that.
games I
I'm
can
okay
play,
with that.
whatever.
All right.
It's fine.
You guys let's watch me live tweet. So, yeah,
Kind of
tweeting.
Not really
no,
working.
Wait, hold on. Wait. There we go. I tweet now. You guys, and I'm tweet. Yeah.
Ooga booga. I really want to see if it
Hashtag.
recognizes Ooga booga.
No, that's-
Hashtag. Hashtag Ooga booga. What did it get?
Hashtag.
What does it say?
It's Google Booga.
A
Okay.
legitimate term.
Google owns everything now,
Google
even
booga.
Ooga booga.
And at Stimson Snead.
And at Samproof. And also, send it out to Tom Cruise. I'm sure he's listening.
I was going to say Michelle Obama.
Yeah.
She loves
Alright.
the internet.
Exactly. Get her in there
Okay,
as well.
Michelle Obama.
We've spoken about it, so technically it's not just clickbait. So,
Right.
Michelle.
Which, on the note, while we're on the subject, all politics, no matter who you like and don't like, hashtag them, and I don't know, is there any wars going on right now that I don't know about that we can add in? Just what's hot button?
The war of Sam Smith against pants.
Yes,
It's a thing.
we want in on that. We want in on that.
Too late, I'm
Hashtag Stan
tweeting.
Pants Pants.
Too late.
I don't know what words those were, but great.
They
I
were
just
sounds
twat
arranged
all
in a
over the internet, so
vocabulary
it's
order.
late.
Also,
It's
you
too
know
late
what? I can
for-
get rid of this playback.
for that.
We don't need to see that part.
You just can't stand the sight of yourself.
Well, no, I can do the more live playback. So
Oh,
when I'm
okay,
actually
okay.
looking to see what I'm seeing, I see what actually is being
I
seen.
can already feel people getting bored.
I actually wanna take-
God.
I just want to take a second here and just say real quick, from both he and I, thank you
Oh.
to Mr. Proof for
Oh,
hosting
please,
us.
Thank you for being here.
This is the first interview we've ever done, so if we're doing
that
terribly,
explains a lot.
it's on you. So I just want to say, it's on you if it's going
This is
poorly.
whiskey.
So
Yeah. I mean, I hope you prepared some really hard-hitting questions, like, the war crimes. I mean, war crimes.
No,
What would I...
if you don't
No.
have questions for us,
No,
it's
I mean-
basically going to be just this
For
with
me?
us.
I don't,
riffing.
I don't want
That's
to. I wanted to keep it light and conversational. So, Alex, I mean, when you're thinking up fart jokes, what is your inspiration?
Oh, usually it's farts. But there's so many different types of
Nice.
farts. I
That's
mean,
good.
you've got, like, really tight ones, and
Oh,
that's good for, like, your exercise sorts of jokes. And then you've got, like, really loose ones, and that's good about, like, body shaming.
Don't forget
Oh,
the
weird.
musical ones.
Oh,
Don't-
yes, musical ones.
He's a musician.
I am
Music
a
has a
musician.
big influence on how he makes his fart jokes.
I mean, there are several different ways. You can go...
All right, too
Or-
much. Nope, too far.
Yeah.
Taking us to a weird line.
What? No,
That's where
it's-
we live.
It's what...
We played jump rope with that line.
Sam, if you go back in history, the very first joke ever was a fart joke.
I don't think so.
I think the
I
first
think
joke
the
was
first joke-
laugh at Ugg when rock falls on Ugg, killing
I was
Ugg.
gonna say.
No,
I think the
actually,
first joke
this
was
is
like.
true. This is true. It was Sumerian, and it was actually a fart joke. It was about, like, husbands and wives hugging. There will never be a time when you lay in bed with your wife and she doesn't fart. That is literally the first recorded joke in human history.
Oh,
It was a fart
recorded joke. But if you go
Ah.
back to the days of cave painting, I'm pretty sure the first joke was like, Throg, go try pet big saber tooth. And then no more Throg.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Pretty funny.
poor Thrug.
And then everybody ate really well.
Yeah. Wait,
But
they were
anyway-
eating Thrug?
Well, the
What the
saber
hell?
tooth would eat Throg. And then they
So you're
went
taking
off
the
and-
saber
But the
tooth
third
was
leg
part
of
of the
fart-
No,
caveman
they went
community?
off and got like a
Is
mammoth
food
or some
related.
shit.
Oh,
That's
okay,
for sure.
okay. So you're saying this saber tooth filled up on Thrug, and then
Yeah,
because it
left.
hadn't had enough, it then went and ate mammoth. What a freaking
No, the saber
fat
tooth, he would just
saber-tooth.
go away. He'd be like, oh, I ate a big caveman. And then they were like, yay, now
I
we're
always
going to
thought
eat the
Thrug was
mammoth.
on the shorter side.
Hmm.
Yeah, I thought it was a short guy.
Was that Thrug or Throg?
No, wait, no,
The
we're
guy-
both wrong.
yeah,
It was Ugg.
No,
Right?
no.
There was, yeah.
He's a short guy.
Yeah, he
he's
is,
a
he
short
is.
guy. Yeah.
Anyway, we should defer to you. You
So,
have
yeah,
actual
so
questions.
anyway, this is an interview.
Maybe.
So Sam, how
Yeah.
did you choose your hairstyle?
Oh, that's
Yes,
that's a
Sam.
funny story actually. I was in community college, taking a God, I think it was an English class. It's been so long, and the teacher was one of those teachers that would spell out the word sex. Like, so, I don't remember why the English
SECKZ?
teacher was talking about it. Yeah, what?
SECKZ.
Kudzu, and what? And it was just the most boring class ever. And at the time, I had just basically like Kramer's hair, and so I would just braid it throughout class. And then eventually, my hair was entirely braided, and over the course of a couple weeks. And I quit the class because I had nothing else to do, and it was just horribly
Just all
boring.
downhill from
And
there.
a couple months later, I went to try and take the braids out, and I was like, "Nope, that's it. This is locks now."
See, I like this. Let's interview him instead. Sam, tell us about how you met us.
And don't forget to mention how awesome our podcast is.
Oh, yes, definitely.
Yes. How does that play into your meaning of us?
Right.
Even though
You know,
you met
years
us
before
many
we
years
made the
before it
podcast.
existed.
It was
Right.
way better.
But you anticipated it.
Yeah,
You
I
anticipated
traveled
it.
back in time to warn myself not to go to what was that iOS the news thing?
It was a
called?
writers group for Top Story
Top Story.
Weekly.
That's what it's called.
Incidentally,
Tweet
was there-
hashtag Top Story Weekly. They're an awesome show. We can't recommend them enough, and they're on
Yeah,
YouTube.
they're pretty good.
Yeah, so
Their YouTube's
you actually have the ability to tweet. You should tweet that.
tweet.
This
What do
is
you want
great.
me to tweet?
In-show tweeting. We
Yeah.
never get this.
Oh yeah,
All right.
we're trying to be all
Uh,
fancy.
I've got a podcast, and you guys should look.
Try
and
tweeting
listen.
silently so we can actually discuss the thing while you're
Use
tweeting
fingers.
it.
But
Yeah,
I don't
use your
want to use fingers.
Use fingers. There you go.
All right. Basically, that means I'm going to be out of the interview.
Finally.
Oh,
Fine.
thank God.
whatever.
Good
Okay.
stuff.
Anyway, so we're trying to write comedy
Like,
and
it's
failing miserably.
Off screen and somehow out of sync.
Yeah, so Sam and I are trying to write comedy, and we're just failing
I wouldn't
miserably.
say failing miserably.
I got two sketches in
I was
like
gonna
4
say I got
years.
one sketch in, but
Two
you
s-
stayed with it for 4 years.
Yeah,
I
I
stayed
like
with it
two
for
s-
4 months.
Okay, fair enough. But yeah, like
I
two sketches
got-
in 4 years.
I got it took a while. It took a couple
Yeah.
months, and then I finally got a sketch with Emo Phillips's wife,
Yeah, Kipley Brown.
Kipley Brown, and the girl from
Hashtag Kipley Brown.
Yeah.
Hashtag her who's
almost,
laying on the floor, pouty like.
Oh,
who was the other one? The girl
I'm off
from
camera. I'm being uninteresting.
The
You
girl
wanna
from
just see a
Always
guy
Sunny in
just sitting there,
Philadelphia.
staring at his crotch. Is that how you want me
It's
to tweet?
awkward.
I'm just gonna be like, all right,
I
here
don't
I'm
know why
tweeting
silent tweeting meant you had to fall on the ground.
Yeah.
because I'm not on camera. So I mean, I should just not be.
People can look at you staring at your phone.
I mean, I can just crop you out.
Yeah, I mean, no. Okay, before this started, there was like a battle of like 15 minutes of trying to get the tech to work. Mess with nothing. Touch nothing. Otherwise, the computer gods from up above will look at you and say, "No, Sam, you're being bad," and this whole live stream will end
It's
without
amazing
without a button.
With live streaming, how many new issues you have week to week.
Week
You're
to
like,
week.
I got everything set.
What's your
What
favorite
do you
issue?
guys want me to
Trying to
live
run
tweet anyway? Hey, I'm having an interview.
Talking about Top
Look
Story
at it.
Weekly.
Yeah, talk
Hashtag
about Top
those
Story.
guys.
Hashtag Top Story Weekly. Make them
And
listen.
then the link.
Hashtag we're awesome. Hashtag please follow us. Hashtag no, this is
Supernova
networking,
mega
not
blow
begging.
up. Something.
Just
mega
make
storm.
Just make sure the distinction between begging and networking is clear, because honest to God, I don't know what the distinction is.
Oh, do this one. Tweet. Want 3,000 Twitter followers? Hashtag follow back team. And then the
Hashtag
link.
not lying.
Yeah, there you go.
I like
that
that.
always works. I love those. Those
Yeah,
are great.
and if you make a
I
joke
tweet
out of it,
those.
it's not being assholes. Just make a joke out of it. It doesn't even need to be good. It'll fit in with all of our stuff.
3,000 followers. Hashtag.
Okay.
Hashtag follow back team.
Yep, follow
Is that a
back
thing?
team. I
Is
think
it-
so.
To the people watching any of them, we should announce what his Twitter feed is.
Oh yeah, what is his Twitter feed?
Yeah, what's your Twitter feed so the guys can find it?
Because I tried to find you earlier and I
Well,
couldn't.
it's Alex Wolfe, or it's at symbol Atomic Tomato.
It was just like
Get
Alex
it?
Wolf.
Atomic Tomato.
Oh, at
It's
Atomic
a pun.
Tomato. That's clever. Too clever for Twitter.
Yes, that joke was punishing.
Yeah, this is gonna be weird. Like, it's gonna be a mix of silly, ridiculous fart jokes and podcast-related things, and then like my architecture tweets.
So most.
It's like, so, did you guys see that sweet, sweet mansard roof when I went over to Europe? Oh my god.
Hashtag
you
fart.
want to tell people about what?
Or also
What was
every
the-
McDonald's,
what's
which
the-
incidentally also have...
What's the roof here?
This is a hipped roof.
Hipped roof.
Yeah, hipped roof.
What makes it a hipped roof?
It's all sides lean in.
Mm.
Oh.
See, when you said hipped roof, I thought it'd be broken like a broken hipped roof.
It's kind of
or
like if you
something
took
that.
two gables and squished them together.
What's a gable?
I was gonna.
A
ask
gable
that.
is basically your A-frame. Flat on two sides, sloping on two sides.
Oh, I knew the
Hipped
color
roof
like
is
that
sloping on
high
four
school.
sides.
So his real name was Clark A-frame? I like that. Okay.
No, because he wasn't an A-frame. It would have been like two A-frames smashed together.
You know what? I bet
Pay
there's
attention!
I bet there's a
Pay
part of
attention! Pay attention!
Uh,
And
So, hashtag follow back team.
and going back to why we started this podcast,
Yeah.
this is what we do. This is not because there's a camera
or
pointed
because
at
there's
us.
drugs.
Honestly, we're both completely clean right now. This is driving down the freeway to
Right.
get somewhere. This is hanging out with our friends who find us really annoying.
How long have you guys known each other?
It's
Since
been
2004.
10 years.
Oh, that's not long.
Yeah.
I mean,
Why are you touching
from
me?
the outside in.
Why are you touching me?
I don't know. I thought you might, join me and do sort of an emotional
I'm
thing.
tweeting! You
You-
asked me to
you
tweet
leave
without
me out-
talking out loud, and I haven't even done one tweet yet because you're like, you should do this.
You
should
haven't
do
done
that."
one tweet yet?
What do you want me to
Stop
say?
talking tweet. You tweet. Sam.
What a disappointment.
All right.
Sam, ask me
So-
questions in the meantime. You're tweeting now. Stop talking. Tweet.
Hashtag
So when
is
do you think he'll get
hashtag
these
Iowa
tweets
West a
done?
thing? Because they're not popping up.
It would require him to stop ranting while he's doing it for it to
Is
happen.
he trying to get Kanye West to tweet back?
Yeah.
What's happening?
Oh, hashtag Kanye.
Don't do it.
No.
No, @ Oh, but you gotta call him a name for him to respond to you. He
Um,
won't respond to you if you're being nice.
Okay, so what's a good Kanye insult
No, what?
that's really good
Oh.
and juvenile? What's
Jay-Z rules.
hashtag Kanye will not be remembered after he inevitably dies?
Well, or in 3 years.
Or same
10
same
years?
difference.
Yeah, well, that's true.
Same difference.
He's gonna go crazy off the deep end.
What do you mean
and something-
going to go crazy? What do you mean going? The
Yeah,
crazy
no,
hit.
yeah.
This is someone who
I meant like
this
like
is
he's
someone,
gonna have a manic period because he just.
What do you mean going to? You
No,
keep
'cause
stating
you have
stuff
a-
that's going
you
on
have
right
a-
now.
You have
Is it Kanye
A
or
level,
Kanye
and then-
West in the hashtag?
This is
Or
a
does
guy-
it matter?
all of
It
it.
really doesn't. This is a guy who recently announced at one of his concerts that he intends to run for
yeah,
president,
well, that was a year
and
ago
he
or
was
something.
not saying it as a joke. That's what needs to be stressed. This is someone who went out there expecting to get this huge, oh my god, what a great idea that would be cheer. That is what he legitimately expected the reaction to be. That is not the reaction of a crazy person. No, wait, exactly. That is the reaction of a crazy
That was the
person.
whole point of your segue.
Yes,
or
okay.
rant, whatever it is.
Segway rant, same difference.
All right, before we get completely off topic,
Before?
let's actually talk about
Okay, yes.
the podcast,
Let's
and we'll
do it,
do it
let's-
again at the end.
We'll be all professional, yes. We're going to be
All right,
professional
it
now.
is the SNA Show podcast. You can find it on iTunes. You can find it on Samproof.tv and the Samproof app.
And you can find our website, which is sndacast.com.
Yeah.
And it's literally S, word and, A, cast.com.
Sand A Cast.
We're trying not to say Sandacast, but grammatically speaking, Sandacast is
It's a
just as
Sandacast.
accurate
I-
as
I feel like you should
cast.
just adopt that.
Here
'cause
comes
that's
Santa
almost-
Claus, here comes Santa Claus,
right down Santa Claus Lane. Oh my god, look out, he's gonna run over a small child!
I'm gonna pretend to drink coffee.
So do you script out your podcast at all, or is it just
Yes,
like
they
here's a
are
vague idea?
They are
let's go
entirely
with it.
scripted.
This
Really?
is actually probably a really misleading interview.
Yeah.
'Cause this is a lot of us talking over each other and just shouting at each
Can
other.
you read the cue cards, or like
You have
it
cue-
seems like you've been having
Oh!
problems with that.
I've
Of
been
course
won-
I can read the cue card, Sam. Looks to Sam.
Hey, did you do that tweet
My cue
about
card,
Kanye yet?
my cue card guy is just giving me the
Like,
finger.
yeah, that's what we pay him for.
Yeah.
Good
He's
job,
not even-
Heraldi.
You're not even holding up a card.
Oh, so
He's holding something.
that's
up.
why.
That's in French.
Yep.
I don't
so
read
that's why
French.
the color red is your favorite color. Looks at Stimson. Why would you say? Oh, sorry, that's your line.
Okay.
You got it. You did it, buddy.
The actual podcast is scripted. What it is, it's sketch comedy. It's stuff like Mitchell and Webb, Key and Peele, Portlandia. Basically, every sketch comedy show that has ever existed at any point in time.
I've met Key and Peele, and you,
Really?
Sir Governor, are not Key and Peele.
No, we're not. It's the
They're
same
tall.
style.
They're very tall. Well,
Why you gotta go there?
Key is.
Why you gotta go
Peele
there?
is-
Why you
Peele's
gotta go
short.
there?
Yeah, Peele short.
You know we both have
yeah,
Napoleon complexes. That's just not cool.
Which is weird. You should be shorter to have one of those, I feel.
I know. I'm just average height, but there's a lot of Scandinavians in Seattle, so you feel short if you're average height.
Oh, okay. Fair enough. I feel like for you guys, it shouldn't be a Napoleon complex so much as like someone.
I don't have a
more
Napoleon
apt.
complex. That guy does.
No,
Like
but you have so many other complexes that just balance it out.
I'm a very complex person. See what I did there? See what I did?
Just stick to the cue cards.
Ah.
Oh.
Ah.
I'm starting to think that this interview is going to convince people not to check out the podcast. I feel like we're getting into a legitimate danger
How
zone
am I
here.
losing followers?
Excellent.
That's possible?
Wow.
Wow.
Just right. It's like ding, ding, ding,
So
ding,
then my
ding.
plan of slowly destroying you is working. I mean, why did I say that out loud? Why did I say that out loud? Just breathe deeply. Shh, it's fine. It's fine. Quiet now.
I gotta ask Sam, why do you have an
hey.
app that says you're failing every time you lose a follower? I mean, most followers,
motivation.
it doesn't tell you when it's leaving.
Just kind of installed itself.
Is this like a
Kind of
self-flagellation thing with
Yeah,
yourself?
you know.
Yeah, oh my god, there goes another one.
You're a bad YouTuber.
Who would download that?
Oh, Sam, don't feel sad. Feel rageful and burn things.
It's what
That's
we
what
do.
I do.
It's what we do. A lot.
I love burning things.
Oh,
I just love watching
wow,
the flames
Nope.
dance for me. Oh,
I'm just gonna say it's not a coincidence that he moved back up to Washington right when all those fires started. I'm just saying,
Ooh,
not a coincidence.
That was a fun time.
Yes, it
Those
was.
were like
oh,
Great
thanks
time
for
for
that.
marshmallows.
They were,
I had
like,
just
always
managed to
happening
get
on
like the
either side of
California
where we
State
were.
Patrol
Yeah.
off of my trail, and now you're going to send Washington State Patrol after me. Both of those people are going to be super upset.
He lives in Pullman. I'm just saying. I'm just narrowing it down.
Where's Pullman?
It's
A place that
okay.
exists.
So have you
That's
heard
the
of
best
Spokane?
thing that can be said.
Clearly
you
you
like,
have
like the Michigan map.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So if this is Washington,
There you go.
Pullman is somewhere in here. It's not the middle of nowhere. It's like 5 miles west of it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's really all. There's no more jokes. There's nothing else that can be said for Pullman. We have just summarized Pullman perfectly.
Great.
It's got
Goodbye,
Well,
all Pullman listeners.
It's
That's
got
the rest of
mostly
our Pullman podcast.
It's got
so-
mostly paved streets.
Mostly.
I mean, there's
Most of the horses
off the top
are
of my
well
head,
fed.
I can think of
you
at
know.
least one stoplight.
Nice.
Yeah, there's that. Okay, so at
Does
least
it have
one.
all the colors or just like green?
It's mostly
Brown. It's brown.
sad,
We don't
but
get
it's
green. We don't
mostly
get.
sad
Waiting.
colors.
Yeah. It's
Yeah, most people don't know that lots of Washington is just a vast, empty desert. It's in the vast, empty desert part.
People
Oh.
think of Washington as
Like,
Seattle.
I was going to
probably-
say it's like little Seattle, even though it's
you
a
have
state.
Seattle. Basically, Seattle is what people think of when they think about Washington. And if you really want to piss off people from anywhere that's not Seattle, basically act like Seattle is all there is to Washington.
Yeah.
They're really sensitive about it. No, there's other Washington. There's inland Washington. Why don't people remember it? Good question.
It's kind
Give
of like
us a
the
reason.
weird way
What do
that,
they
like,
do there?
technically, San Francisco is still, like, in the southern half of California, but it's called Northern California. Is that weird?
Is that
No.
right? That's not right.
No, it is
No.
slightly in the northern half of
It's definitely
California.
Northern
Let's
California.
grab a map.
Yeah.
Let's grab a map and prove it.
San-
Pull it up on your phone.
You're talking about San
after you
Francisco?
finish your tweets about
Yeah.
Kanye.
I will bring up a map.
All right, real quick. Molly in the chat room said I already checked out the first podcast. Very cool. Which
Well-
I know because she tweeted at me as well.
Well,
about
Molly,
it.
I just want to say I love you.
So
Just
you
say, I
owe
love
her
you.
like $20 or something.
I'll buy you
How
coffee.
many sketches are in that? 5, 4 or 5?
There are
$5
four-
a sketch.
4 sketches in the first episode.
$20.
And we average 4 to 5 sketches an episode. That one's a little shorter because we have a lot of short sketches, which we didn't put in the first episode because we didn't want to scare people away
Mhm.
yet. So we put in Yogi and Boo Boo doing domestic abuse because we figured that will get audience loyalty.
Yeah,
Yeah.
a reference from 20 years ago. Sure.
Yeah, exactly. 20 years ago? Yogi
50
Boo Boo
years
is
ago?
50
50 years ago.
50 years ago at
20
this point.
years from when I was born is what I was going
Exactly.
with.
We just gave a date on him. Do the math. Come on. It'll blow your mind.
And now
72.
we've just secured that we'll never be on this channel again.
Oh no, I gotta log in stuff for his website now. We're safe. We've circumvented him. I mean,
You
we're
can't post
working
without
with,
me.
We're working with him. Working with.
A quick shout out to Stacy Hopper in the chat room as well. Molly has a question, which we started on, but never got the official answer on. How did you guys first meet?
We were in college together.
Yeah, just it's not a good story. I'm
There you
sorry.
Drag it out.
Oh, okay.
Oh,
Hold on.
okay. All right.
There was epic tales. There were singers in the background. Actually,
First, let's start.
Shorten
It.
Drag
it out. All right.
You're giving unclear direction.
So
Go to
first of all,
Seattle. I mean Washington.
we went to the same university.
A land called Eastern Washington University. This is how we know about the Inland Northwest. We lived there.
It was in the eastern part of Washington.
The part
Now, one
that's
thing
not
most
Seattle.
people don't know is that there's a severe, dragon overpopulation in eastern Washington. And so,
but the good news is there's small dragons, so they're like mice. Mice that can burn you is the thing.
yeah,
That would be
it's
awkward.
still an issue because
Yeah.
they get into the crops and they burn them and eat the ash. I mean,
Ever
it's
had
really
a
pain.
ever
But
had
the
a
point is- the
fire-breathing
point
mouse
is,
run up your backside while you sleep?
We
I've
were
never had
both
a regular mouse do
volunteering as part of the mouse removal program, because we were trying to put stuff on our resumes. And, I was out in the field one day with my flamethrower and my bombs and stuff
Wait.
Why
You're
would you
fighting
keep-
flame-breathing mice with
Haven't
a
you ever
flamethrower?
heard of fighting fire with fire? That is literally what it means.
You have to burn
Fair
down,
enough.
you have to burn down the crops in order
But
to
I would
see
have
the
to
dragons.
imagine that somewhere in these tiny fire-breathing creatures is like a cell of like an organ that produces a flammable gas. So every
Yeah,
time you
that's
burn
how
them,
you
they
can tell-
explode.
Well,
Which
that's-
is fun.
No, I mean, the thing is, yeah, they're fireproof on the inside because they breathe fire. And the outside is just, it's scales.
They burn just
I-
as easy.
I mean, come on, this isn't like fantasy. Come on, let's be real here.
Speaking of,
The
I feel
point
like
is, I was burning down the field so I could see the tiny dragons. And I threw my, flame grenade, and it just hit him right in the face. And he just caught fire, and just his skin melted off. And he came running. He was like, ah! 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 And so, he came over to me and he started choking me. And I passed out, so I don't remember the rest. But I remember I woke up. We were both in the same jail cell.
And you got your pants.
I did have my pants. Everything on him was mostly burnt off. But anyway,
but people were enjoying it
because
so.
of the amnesia, I didn't remember what happened, and he had been deprived of oxygen on some other thing. I don't know. You can tell about that. But anyway, he also had severe brain damage. And anyway, we became really good friends while we waited 5 or 6 years for our sentences to go up.
Nice.
I don't even remember a trial.
To answer her
That's
question,
right. It was in Canada, where they don't have a justice system.
yeah, to answer her question,
Yeah.
basically, I like to do this game where you pose a question to Alex and just see how long the improv will last. But on the offhand chance you wanted an actual serious answer to that question, we were in college. There was a friend we should give a shout out to right now named Ben Poplowski.
Nah,
Ben
that's-
Poplowski.
that's
Yeah.
weird.
Awesome guy. Basically,
Shout out to Ben Poplowski.
Alex
I
was
love
his
Ben
closest
Poplowski.
friend, and Ben was like, Stimson, you should meet Alex. He's like my closest friend. So I met Alex.
Oh, you stole him.
Yes, I what's the friend version of cock blocking?
Killing?
Really?
No.
That feels like a non sequitur. No.
Did you kill
I
Ben Poplowski?
No. Did I?
Is it unfriending?
No. Did
I
I?
think it's unfriending.
No. We still love Ben. Ben's great. We love Ben.
You killed him and you still love him? It
It's a
reminds me of-
complicated
it
set.
reminds
It's
me of
a
that
complicated set of feelings,
It's like
Sam.
the very first Kids in the Hall sketch is just like that. It's that concept.
Yeah, pretty
They're all
much.
sitting around the campfire.
And we just became friends over college and stuff like that. And that was around the time the rumors got started about the nature of the friendship, because we were friends so often. And this is the part that I'm not making up. This is all real stuff.
Okay.
And we got in the weird habits of doing too many camping trips, doing ice walking just to risk our lives
It's fun. It's fun going out onto a frozen lake.
in the middle of the night where no one could come and save you if something goes wrong.
Good, yeah.
Yeah.
We went out on,
When you can hear the wolves howling off in the distance. All
again,
of
not
this true.
again. This is not the improv part. This is stuff that's actually happened. There was one night we went out into the ice, and it was so thick we couldn't get it to crack at all. So we grabbed this.
That's not what you're trying to do.
Yeah, so we got this big rock
Nope,
and we
that's not what
chucked
you're
it
trying
at
to
the
do.
edge of the ice. Didn't make so much as a crack. So we picked up this rock, which was big enough that we're both carrying it, carry it out to the middle of the lake, hurl it into the air between us, and watch it hit the ground, and nothing happens. And then, like a frickin' cartoon, you just hear the sound of this moving crack completing a complete 360 around us. We just both had the mode of bolt and just run.
Pretty much, yeah.
And that is an atypical thing we would do. That's not even a rare event
And by-
for us.
Atypical, you mean atypical.
Yeah. That's what I
Yeah,
said.
no.
Atypical. Atypical thing you would do. It's not my fault if someone put the two words together and assumed I meant a completely different word that means the opposite of what I meant. I speak quickly.
I'm gonna blame you anyway.
That's what you do for most things in your life.
Are you two ghosts? And I'm the only one that can see.
There is a sketch about that.
Oh, that's
As a
nice,
matter
great.
of fact,
There
yes,
is-
there
I
is.
think it's, in my opinion, I think it's our funniest sketch.
Coming out in episode 3.
Episode 3. So yeah, you should see it in episode 3.
How would they see an audio podcast?
You look at it on YouTube, or you just look at the blank screen.
So you're saying you want someone... let me get this straight. You want a potential listener to turn on our podcast, do literally nothing else, just stare at the static image that is the filler on the YouTube channel, going like this.
That is by far the best listener we could have, and I encourage it.
That is
I
the kind
encourage
of
as many
listener who
people
breaks
who
into
are-
my home at night and kills me in my sleep.
I really encourage those
Yeah,
listeners
I
a
encourage
lot.
that too.
I do
Sam,
not.
do you
I do
agree?
not.
Yeah, that's a good
Yeah,
idea.
I mean, like, ravenously
I'm being
murderous
put in the minority here.
viewers is
Again,
like,
they're
that's-
right
that's
here
what
in
we want.
Washington.
Yeah,
We're in California right now.
Well, when they're in Washington.
Yeah.
yeah.
Washington State. We're easy to find because people are running and screaming.
there's
Going,
7
oh my
people
god,
in
annoying
Washington.
people.
Yeah.
That aren't in Seattle.
Yeah.
Okay.
And boy, do they hate it when you bring that up.
There are other cities like
Not Seattle Light. Little Seattle.
Yeah.
Seattle, Tokyo.
No,
hold
Little
on.
Seattle. That's Tacoma.
Wait,
Oh, Tacoma, right.
Yeah.
yeah. There's like cities like Boeing. Boeing's
That's
a
Oregon.
city, right?
Wait,
Or Amazon.com. That's a city,
right?
right?
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
becoming one. It is
Or-
fully
or-
becoming one. Amazon is its own mayor at this point. It has its own police force.
It has that army that took over part of Bellevue.
Yeah.
Do you guys get
yeah.
do they have the Amazon drones up there yet? Is that where the
Have
practicing
you seen?
them?
I suppose it. I don't know.
In real life, no.
Yeah.
They're not up.
But like they're testing
In
them.
fantasy world, yes, they're everywhere and they're hurting people.
And we live in a fantasy world. That needs to be stressed. Yeah, so we became friends. We were friends all
So
through
I think
college.
right now, I think we've alienated everyone with money and power,
in Portland.
especially
Seattle.
Jay-Z.
I mean Washington.
Yeah,
Yeah.
just in general. In
And
general.
Kanye West.
And Jay-Z. No, Jay-Z we supported.
No, we like Jay
He
Z.
said he
Jay
was
Z's
cool.
cool.
Yeah, Kanye
Jay
West.
Z's
Yeah.
sane.
Yeah, I think.
Is he?
Eh,
I don't follow Jay Z well enough to know if he's
Met
sane.
some myth.
Hashtag JC keep it sane.
Did you say JC? Or
Jay Z.
Okay.
Again,
Or JC, hashtag him. He's
I
got a
love that
following
guy.
too.
I think that's
Hashtag
a-
JC.
JC, you're in.
I've heard he's got a following. Just a small one.
I mean, he's
I
one of the
always
hosts on
assumed
Dish
his name
Nation,
was
so yeah.
Jay's.
Yeah.
Jays. All right. Later.
Next question. Next question.
How many episodes are there?
There are 16 episodes that are going to come out over the course of the next 8 months, unless we get so many fans and followers that we are simply required to start putting an episode out every week. Right now, we're releasing every other week, and we're doing random promos, which are technically a sketch, but it's a shameless attempt at us to promote ourselves.
Just keep the channel active.
Yeah, it is shamelessly, we want something to appear in your feed.
But
Sure.
hopefully it'll be hilarious in addition to being obvious and blatant product placement.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we can
Yeah.
hope, but that's not what it's going to be. We can certainly hope.
No,
But
we aim high. We aim like at least slightly above the ground.
that's, if you,
You know what they
here's the
say,
thing, aim on a
shoot for
downward
the stars and you'll hit the moon.
But if you jump,
That is
if
not
you
supported
jump at the ground
scientifically.
and miss, you fly.
Yeah, yeah, man. I mean, it's just failing to fall. That's what
There you go.
flying is.
Hey, if your goal is to fall, you will always succeed. Really, just throw yourself off of something.
sorta,
You will
yeah.
succeed at falling. See what happens. Test it. Go to a bridge. I can
yeah,
just see
tell
this
that to
now.
the quadriplegics.
They can drag themselves.
Okay.
Can they?
We're going to a dark place. We don't want to go there. There's 16
Sam
full.
seems uncomfortable with this. Let's go darker. You know what things I want to talk about that we're not allowed to talk about? Because it's totally not PC.
I'm waiting to see if I have to tackle him. I'm prepped and ready. It's 16 episodes,
Yeah.
and our fond hope is that we get enough followers that we have to start releasing every week, and it becomes a 4-month season. Our goal is to run out of content, because that would be freaking great.
Sure. What day are you releasing the episodes?
Mondays.
Mondays. What time? Do you have a specific time?
9 a.m.
9
So up at 9 a.m. So you have something that way. I like to think that our listener is someone who gets into work, looks at their job, realizes how utterly hopeless their life is, and that they're going to be stuck in this job forever. And then right around 9:30, after they've broken down and sobbed, they need something for about 11 minutes to pick them up and give them just enough energy to make it through the rest of the day without killing themselves.
Or they could just listen to it in the car ride home.
Exactly.
They could do that too.
Sure,
but, I mean,
that too.
That's not
but
our
I mean,
target
that's-
audience.
our
Our target
fine.
audience is not happy people.
Our target audience is despair.
It's people who need comedy because we are humanitarians and we're trying to help people, sad people, with comedy.
Like Kanye West.
Exactly.
Like Kanye, yes.
You
Who
know
is sad.
Kanye is sad inside. No one with that much ego doesn't secretly cry themselves to sleep.
I know. We're
Oh,
both well aware, Stimson.
I'm back. No, I'm fine. No, I'm good. Really.
No, it's fine.
Ask another question, damn it.
Sham.
This is the dirtiest. This
Don't
is the
look at
dirtiest
that.
rag I've ever seen.
We have a sketch about a shame sham.
That's
It's a thing. You should watch it. It's
it's
already.
it's a listen.
Okay. Actually,
Oh, is that actually sketch?
No,
Yeah,
that's
it's
actually a
that's
video.
If you'd
the second
actually-
sketch on the episode.
yeah. If you'd actually listened to our first episode that came out on Monday, you would know this, Sam.
Well, I listened to 2 of the things, but I didn't want to listen to everything because I'm going to be doing a series of reaction videos in which I isolate one sketch from every episode
I see,
and
and
listen
you-
to it for the first time uninfluenced.
Yeah.
Yeah. Although
Yeah,
it might
so-
be better under the influence. I'm just saying.
I'm not saying that's not going to happen.
You
I
just
mean-
mean not influenced by us.
I mean, I'm not under the. I mean, I am definitely under the influence of something right now. That is for
So
sure.
we already established that
Sweet
High on
precious
life.
coffee.
high on life
That's true.
Yeah,
and coffee.
gas
How
station
come
coffee.
mine's a
Just
different
drop
cup
it.
than all of yours?
Because I went to the gas station in the morning because the place I'm at right now doesn't have
Okay.
coffee, and I can't live without coffee.
Although
It's
you
just-
couldn't live
why
with
do you
this
say
coffee
it that
either.
way?
He walks back in the door after going out to get coffee, and is he saying, "Oh yay, I have coffee"? No, he's finding a reason to complain about the coffee. Something about, "Oh, it's scalding my flesh, and it's so hot that every time I sip it, I want to cry in pain."
Hmm.
Some nonsense like that. That's how you sound. Like this, like this.
Wow,
That's you.
that's mean.
I'm gonna
Yeah.
live tweet Stimson's a dick.
Can you use
That's
that
fine.
voice when you do it?
Just don't live tweet my dick. My mother may
Oh
be
yeah,
watching
please
this.
no.
I'm just saying.
Okay, here
Let's
we go.
all wait.
Stimson
We're all gonna wait on Alex because
Okay,
he never gets around to actually tweeting any of this.
is a jerk.
Hey, ask the person who's
I
asking us the
love-
question if we even remotely answered her question for her at all.
No, I think we did.
Okay. Thank you for asking a question. I'm sure we did a terrible job of answering.
And let me-
We shoot for mediocrity here.
I love that movie.
Shoot for mediocrity? Is
I-
that a movie?
No, it's not. It's just,
Oh,
it would
it
be
should
great.
be. That'd be a
awesome.
great title for
It's
a
like
movie.
Idiocracy
Shoot for
too.
There we go. I live tweeted that you're a jerk and I love Samproof.
Aw,
Yeah.
really?
Hey, he actually made a tweet.
I know.
I'm proud.
I kept it
He's
to like
tweeted something.
something between 0 and 10 words. So
Let's be happy that
That's
this has
good,
happened at
right?
all. All right, Sam, ask us another one. Throw something
I'm
out
looking
there.
for my tweet. Hang on, somebody followed me back.
Oh.
Yeah, great.
This is riveting to watch, I'm sure. Watching
Distinct
3 people
gaming.
waiting to
Ooh,
see stuff.
let's live tweet some more. I love live tweeting. This is so much fun. I never get criticized for live tweeting.
Awkward moment.
I wonder, do you think it'd be possible to sell a live stream that is literally just 3 people staring at their phones and never saying anything? For like hours? Could that...
You know, back in the days of Stickam, there were several. Okay.
That's a good tweet. Literally just 3 people staring at their phones and never saying anything at Samproof.
Yay!
Hashtag
Spelling my
future.
name right? Because I don't see any of these things coming up.
Look over your shoulder.
Oh, yeah.
I'm gonna stare over your shoulder.
Oh,
yeah, no,
boy.
he's
Okay.
getting it. He's
Oh,
getting
yeah, I
it.
just
That's
gotta-
Samproof.
Maybe I'm in the wrong account. Right?
Maybe,
'Cause I have like 7 accounts. I do, because I have a bunch of different brands.
There.
That
Oh.
is one thing that with LLA I am so sick of. People talking about being on brand and stuff like that. Like right now
I
we're
wish I was
talking.
on brand.
Every time I hear someone ask brand, I just want to throw up in my mouth a little bit. Because it's like, you don't have a brand at this level. No one has a brand. You don't have a brand unless you're actively willing to turn down paying work for being off-brand.
But you should have a vision of what your brand is.
Yes, but that's not a vision, and a goal is not the same thing as a brand.
By the way, you did a good job answering the question.
Oh, I love
We
her.
did?
Yeah.
Thank you,
Aw.
Molly.
And she
Thank
can't
you.
live without
Wait.
sweet tea.
I think she
Sweet
gets a
tea.
Wi-Fi.
Wait.
Wi-Fi! Oh, wait, let's try that again. Wi-Fi!
that's enough.
It's a Wi-Fi.
It's where
Oh,
you
yeah,
never
that's
actually
perfect.
connect. You never actually connect. That's
Yeah.
what makes it a Wi-Fi. Hold on.
Do that
With the way
across
that-
cables and stuff.
Hold on, Sam. With the way the screen is split,
Oh no, what the hell?
with the way the screen is split, Sam, we could totally do like a non-touching high five. We line it up.
Um,
So you gotta bring your. No,
my
Sam, you
camera is now offline.
gotta-
Oh no.
it's just a frozen image of
Oh
Sam.
no, Sam.
Somehow I put
Squeeze
my
your,
phone
squeeze your
down.
face into ours. Can
Alright,
do you want me
let's
to
I
see
just
love how
adjust the
angry you
camera?
look in this, Sam.
Arrgh.
This pic of you, you look so angry.
Frankenstein podcast live. Meh. Let's see what I have again.
Sam is such a nice
Nope.
guy. This is the most angry still it could possibly be of you.
Hashtag
Oh.
camera down.
Oh no.
Camera down.
We be of you. Hashtag camera down.
You know,
Space.
hashtags only work if
Actual.
other people are using that hashtag.
I know. Why does it matter?
Super awkward.
We'll
What
be the
happened?
first.
And now Sam is.
No, I'm gone.
We've lost Sam in a black
I'm
hole.
gone.
He's in a black hole. Sadness.
Interesting. I mean, you guys can keep talking.
Oh,
You're still
oh.
odd.
Well, I'm gonna tweet that. All right.
Okay.
So I guess we'll
Hang on 1 second. We're gonna try one thing.